A North Carolina man who survived a violent kidnapping in Mexico is home recovering from the trauma.
It has now been 3 weeks since Eric Williams and 3 friends left the Carolinas en route to Mexico for a medical procedure. Just after crossing into Mexico, the group was kidnapped and 2 of them killed.
Latavia McGee and Eric Williams survived the ordeal. WRAL's Destiny Patterson explains Williams is home and safe, but life will never be the same.
8 surgeries.
I'd like to thank everybody for the prayers and the donations for my speedy recovery.
3 weeks in a hospital bed. And still, not enough time to make sense of what they're calling a nightmare.
He's to be expected the same way any person would be that has experienced a situation as traumatic as he's experienced.
Williams was one of 4 Americans brutally kidnapped after crossing the U.S.-Mexico border on March 3rd. But he and Latavia Washington McGee were the only survivors.
It's not just about Mr. Williams and Ms. Washington. There were 2 other persons whose families are also in pain as a result of what happened.
Williams and Washington are still in the hospital, so one of their attorneys, Jason Keith, agreed to sit down with me for a Zoom interview. He says this is about helping their families in the best way he can.
What happens next? Now he's in the hospital. What happens after this when it comes to the legal part of all of this?
Trying to find some means of getting some money to help pay for the extensive amount of medical expenses that all parties have had to already pay and that they will have to pay in the future.
The details of what happened during the attack are still not clear, but we do know it'll take time for everyone involved to heal.
It's going to be recovery. Everything that he's experienced and they've experienced is going to be a day-by-day process.
As his clients focus on getting better, Keith says he'll spend his time getting justice and holding those responsible accountable. Destiny Patterson, WRAL News.
And that attorney says Williams has been able to see his family, and he expects that his clients will also need therapy following this incident.